This week, Kevin and I have a fun, I hope what will be a fun video for you. We're going to talk about some movies. And we can talk about movies. Kevin and I, that's a subject.
Especially older movies.
Yes, we can talk about them all day long. It's funny because we're talking about this today, but I was just on the phone with Andrew, our son Andrew, last night. And we got on the subject of some TV shows. He said that he wants to watch The Blacklist again. He wants to start that and watch the whole series again from the beginning. He really likes The Blacklist. He also likes Dexter. Now see, we have not watched Dexter. I'm going to give it another shot because we watched it.
I think we only watched one episode.
And I don't even know if we watched
I think we watched the whole thing, but I don't think we watched any more.
So, I have to be in a certain mood to like things. That's just me.
There's been other shows. I can't think. I can think that it happened, but I can't remember the exact show. That's something we started.
Ozark. We hated Ozark.
That's true. We watched like an episode or two of Ozark. It's like, this is horrible.
And then we went back to it, and it's like, oh my gosh, we love this, and we watched the whole thing. I've absolutely done that before. I've done that with movies before, many times. The first time I watch it, it's like, I tell you what, the first time we ever watched The Nightmare Before Christmas, we didn't like it. We were like, oh my gosh, this sucks. This music is awful. This is just not good.
As good as some other ones.
And now it's one that I watch every year. It's so good, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I love it. So trust me, if you've tried something out, go back. But anyway, what I was going to tell you, Andrew loves Dexter. So he said that they came out with a new Dexter.
They did.
With a young, like it's supposed to be a prequel.
Well, it's a prequel, yeah.
Okay. He hated it. He did not
like it.
Did he
watch it? I don't, because he said he was going to try it, but he didn't know if he would like it or
He could not. He said it bombed, though. He said, I'm not the only one that didn't like it. He said it
sometimes
bombed.
Prequels don't do good.
So, he said, people, I guess, wrote in and they were so upset that it went off that they are doing another...
like the original Dexter went on.
Yeah, he called it like, I don't know, I'm probably saying this wrong, but he called it like
Resurrection.
Resurrection or something. So anyway, he said they are going to do another final season of Dexter because people wanted it so bad. And so that is a show that we definitely need to go back and we need to try it again. But we were talking, the reason I said at the beginning, Kevin and I can talk about movies all day because Andrew can too. And Andrew, if he weren't so busy, like right now, we're out, we're going to go shopping, but Andrew's working, you know? And some people were like, I'd love to see Andrew in the videos and stuff. Andrew has a very tight schedule. But we have no schedule. We have no schedule. Kevin's retired. But we were talking about, like, I told him, like, that, I said Kevin and I had thought about watching True Blood again.
And he said he had tried it and it just didn't fire the same way it did the first time.
He said you really pay attention to how bad the acting is when you start watching it again. But now,
you know what though? But he probably only watched the first episode or two. Usually the first episode or two of any new series is bad. Like Seinfeld, the first episode of Seinfeld was the most horrendous thing ever.
I think so too. And you have to keep watching.
And after the like 2 or 3 of them, you're like, okay, they've kind of gotten their clicks now. They're in step with each other.
They've gotten used to each other.
Yeah.
And
that first episode was just like awkward.
You know what I thought that about that we watched more recently? I felt that way about Shameless. I thought these people cannot act.
Yeah.
When they first started out, I thought they're not that good.
The U.S. version.
The kids. Yeah, the kids especially. And then it's like they got comfortable, like anything else. They got comfortable and they got into it, and it's like, oh no, they're really good. They really are good. You just had to get them loosened up and comfortable with each other, and
they were probably taking some acting classes.
Yes, and it ended up being a wonderful show, and they ended up, I thought they were terrific actors. Really enjoyed that. Several times during our conversation last night, Andrew brought up 6 Feet Under, and I think
he said it's like one of his favorites.
Oh yeah, because the ending of that show was one of the best endings that either one of us has ever seen, and it's unforgettable. And I've said before, the whole series is worth watching just so you can watch the end of that show, because it's just terrific. He remembers exactly where he was when he watched it with us.
And really?
Yes, I do too. We were in our old house, and we were back in the bedroom, and we were sitting on the bed. He was sitting on the bed with me. You were probably in the desk chair. Huddled around this little TV, now that you think about it. But that's where we watched the
big tube style TV.
Yeah, that's
no flat screens back then.
Yeah, but it wasn't a big TV.
No, it was a little bitty thing.
Yeah,
probably a little 13-inch or something.
No, it wasn't that little.
26,
but it
maybe.
was,
I don't know. It's pretty small.
But it was small. But yeah. So anyway, we talk about TV shows and movies all the time. So today we want to talk about
these are the top 50 movies of the 80s according to the Internet Movie Database.
Right. So a lot of you are young, and you might not have seen some of these because
they really didn't get played.
They didn't get played a lot, or
in the modern times.
Right. Or like me, I was doing other things a lot of the 80s, and so I might have missed these completely. Some of these. So I figured this would be fun.
Well, the first page I know all of them. But I don't know about the rest of the pages, but the first page I know.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be a lot that you've seen that I haven't.
Yeah. So these are rated. We're starting at 50, going to number 1, and I guess these are the Internet Movie Database rates movies based on like their own ratings, but they also do like people's ratings. Like you can rate the movie, so I guess it includes all of them.
Yes, it does.
So number 50 was Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy. It was from 1984.
Have you seen?
I've seen Beverly Hills Cop one time.
Okay, I've never seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it one time. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was one of these kind of funny cop movies.
Yeah. Now I like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it.
Yeah. It was the deal was he's like from Detroit, and he's going to like Beverly Hills. You know it's him dealing with Beverly Hills culture instead of Detroit culture.
That sounds neat though. It
had its funny moments.
Yeah.
It was okay. Like I said, I've only watched it once.
Like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know.
Yeah, kind of like that. Out of his culture.
Yeah.
Number 49 is Good Morning Vietnam.
I've seen that. I've only seen it
Robin
one
Williams.
time. Good.
That was 1987.
I I love Robin Williams.
I think I've only seen it one time. I think we watched it together.
We saw it
yeah.
together. That was the only time we've seen it.
It was a really good movie, but I've never seen it anymore.
No.
48 is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
We've seen all those.
Yeah, that was the one.
We watched all those together.
Yeah, that was like the third one. It was in 1989.
I mean, the first time we did not watch them together, but we have since watched.
I think we probably did watch The Last Crusade together.
We probably did, but we've watched them all together. Again. Yes.
That was a good one. I like The Last Crusade. That was the one with Sean Connery in it too, where he was the dad. Yeah. Spaceballs is number 47, and it was made in 87.
Who was in that?
That was Mel Brooks, Bill Pullman, John Candy, Rick Moranis.
I have not seen Spaceballs.
It's goofy.
Okay.
It's a play on Star Wars.
Oh.
It's literally Star Wars. You've never seen the picture?
So it's like a Monty Python.
Kind of. You've never seen Rick Moranis with that great big Darth Vader helmet on? It's huge. It's like 3 times bigger than his head.
You know, I thought that was from a Saturday Night Live sketch.
No, that's from Spaceballs.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what it was. Okay.
And John Candy plays instead of a Wookiee, it's like a dog. It's like a puppy dog, and John Candy's the dog.
No, I've never seen that. I don't know
funny.
that I could put up with it.
And Bill Pullman, you know if you don't recognize
it.
Okay,
I know who
he plays Han Solo's part. I'm pretty sure, or maybe he plays Luke Skywalker. I can't remember. It's been a long time. But anyway, it's funny. If you like Mel Brooks movies, Mel Brooks is a different type of comedy, kind of like a Monty Python is. So if you like Mel Brooks movies, that's good. Star Wars Episode 4, Return of the Jedi.
I've seen
that. Was number 46.
Yeah.
That was at 83.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let's see. I was wondering if this would make it. Okay. This is in 45. Number 45, History of the World Part 1. It was made in 1981. I made you watch that one, didn't I?
Yes, we watched. I had never seen it before. We watched it together.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It is.
And I mean, It's goofy and crude, but
it is.
Yeah, it's very, very funny.
It's one of those, if you need to watch it one
it's
time.
Mel Brooks,
It's
you
one
know?
time,
It's Mel Brooks kind of movie, kind of humor. 44 is Caddyshack.
Hey, oh yeah, I've seen Caddyshack.
With Bill Murray and Chevy Chase.
Yeah, I like Caddyshack.
I've seen that multiple times.
Yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield's in it.
Oh yeah.
That was in 1980. Number 43 is Ghostbusters. It was 1984.
I love Ghostbusters.
I've seen that so many times.
I have to.
Can't quite quote it, but I have watched it a bunch.
I have, and I could sit down. That's one of those movies that I haven't seen it forever, but I could sit down and watch it right now. And we've talked about it before. They've come out with these new Ghostbusters movies. Like the kid from Stranger Things is in one of them.
Yeah, he's in the new. But those,
I need to see those.
You do need to watch those.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are those prequels, or does that take place?
No, those take place afterwards. Like those take place after the real Ghostbusters.
So what we need to do, I would want to see them in order. So I would need to go back to that.
Well, it takes place years later, so it really doesn't matter. But
no,
as long as you know kind of the characters.
Yeah, but it would be neat to just watch them all again, because I don't think that's a series I've ever watched all of them again.
Yeah.
Like when we were talking about Indiana Jones, we made sure we watched all of those at the boom, boom, boom.
Right.
I've never done that with Ghostbusters. Yeah. It was years apart.
They've come out with 2 Indiana Jones movies recently that I haven't watched either.
With Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I haven't watched the newest one. I haven't watched it.
Is he the peephole?
Number 42 is Hoosiers? Hoosiers?
Isn't that a sports team? The Hoosiers?
Coach with the checkered past, yeah. So that was in 1986.
I've never seen it.
I don't think I've ever watched it. No. If I have, I don't remember it.
Never seen it.
But it was in 86.
Does it say
I was never really big. I was never big into the sports movies and stuff.
Does it say who the star was?
No, you did not give me the.
Oh, okay.
You didn't give me those.
Okay.
Some of them she gave me the main characters. That one you did. Okay. 41 is Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Seen that so many times.
Yes.
That was in 82.
Yes, you and Phoebe Cates.
Phoebe Cates. Sean Penn was in there. Phoebe Cates was the heartthrob of the 80s at one time.
Was.
I don't know why.
And I'm still jealous that Kevin ever looked at another woman.
Yeah,
Phoebe Cates.
back in the 80s. I think everybody looked at Phoebe Cates back in the 80s.
I'm sure they did.
Then number 40 was Crimes and Misdemeanors. I'm trying to remember this. It's a Woody Allen movie. I did not really care for Woody Allen much back then. He was also kind of like Mel Brooks. He was a different kind of comedy, and I couldn't get into him at all.
I've never seen it, so I couldn't even speak to it.
I've seen some Woody Allen movies, and I didn't necessarily.
I would have to see a list of Woody Allen movies to tell you if I've seen them.
I bet you there's some more in here, and maybe you'll know.
Okay.
But anyway, that was in '89 too.
Okay.
So it was the very end of the '80s. Number 39 is The Princess Bride. Seen that a bunch.
I've seen it one time from start to finish.
Oh, really?
One time.
Mowage.
That has Rowan Atkinson in it, doesn't it?
Peter. The listed characters are Peter Falk and Fred Savage.
Okay.
I don't think is that right?
I don't know. Peter Falk in The Princess Bride? I don't know.
I think those were the main. Okay, it says a bedridden boy's grandfather reads in the story of a farm boy turned pirate. So we're thinking about the story part, not the boy and the grandfather, which is who those.
So it's kind of like, I don't remember it at all. It's kind of like Edward Scissorhands, where at the very beginning, Winona Ryder is telling the story to her grandchild of Edward Scissorhands, and then the whole movie is you're hearing the story.
Right.
So The Princess Bride is the same. Okay, I don't remember it.
I don't remember that. I remember the story part, them running around doing crazy stuff, but I don't remember how they got there.
Right.
38 is The Untouchables. It had Sean Connery, Kevin Costner, Robert De Niro, Andy Garcia, Charles Martin Smith. I don't know what that is. In 1987, during Prohibition, Treasury agent Elliot Ness sets out to stop ruthless Chicago gangster Al Capone. I may have seen that one. I don't remember, but I may have seen it. It was in 87.
All those people.
I know, you list all those people. It's like, wow, those were the big names back then. 37 is Die Hard. 1988.
Absolutely love Die Hard.
I've seen that a bunch of times too.
And we've talked about before Do you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Because
it takes place at Christmas, but it's not about Christmas.
But I don't think I don't consider it a Christmas movie.
I don't consider it a Christmas. I think a Christmas movie has to be about Christmas, not just take place during Christmas.
Right, and it takes place during Christmas.
They don't really mention Christmas. Christmas
not
is
really.
Not
they're
part
just
of
having
it.
a part. They're having their Christmas party in the Nagasaki.
Yeah, so Christmas is not like a theme in the movie.
Right. But I love him. I love Bruce Willis. I hate that he's had his health issues.
Yeah.
But I love the Die Hard movies. I think the one that I disliked the most was the second one, just because it just.
Is that the one with Samuel Jackson where they run around New York?
No. That was
that
was like the fourth one. I like that one too. I think that was the fourth one.
What was the second one?
The second one took place in an airport.
Yeah, that one was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was just okay.
Yeah, but like you had the same reaction as me. Yeah, it's a Die Hard movie, but yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah.
And I think the Samuel Jackson was the third one. It was really good.
I don't know if it was the third one or fourth one, but yes, it starts off with just you're running.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's true. 36 is one I'm not familiar with. Blue Velvet. Okay. 1986. It had Isabella Rossellini. Kyle
You know who Isabella Rossellini is?
McLaughlin.
She's the one in Death Becomes Her that gives her the potion.
Yeah.
And
she has really short hair.
gives it to Meryl Streep, and she says, "And now a warning." That's what Meryl Streep says. And yeah, Isabella Rossellini's the one in the very low cut outfit, and you're like, how is she staying in that thing? Yeah. Yes, lots of tape.
Double stick tape.
Yeah, that's Isabella. And you know her mother is the one in The Bells of St. Mary's.
Yeah. And they look very similar to each other too. The description is a discovery of a severed human ear found in a field leads a young man on an investigation related to a beautiful, mysterious nightclub singer and a group of psychopathic criminals who have kidnapped her child.
And what's the name of this?
Blue Velvet. Yeah, I don't remember that story. If I've watched it, I don't remember it.
No, I
might look it up now.
I know. I need to see that, and the one you said before with
the Untouchables.
Yeah, I need to look that up too. Yeah.
35 is one I don't remember either. Do the Right Thing.
Okay, I want to get over.
If you get a little gas, you can get in front of the car. Okay.
There are legs hanging out of the back of this car in front of us.
Yeah,
they're elf
they
eggs.
forgot their legs.
I don't think they forgot. I think they left them there on purpose.
35 is Do the Right Thing. It had Spike Lee, Danny Ainslow, Aussie. I don't know.
Do the Right Thing. I don't know that one.
I never heard of that one. Hottest Day of the Year on a street in the Bedford something section of Brooklyn. Yeah, I've never seen that. Number 34 is Once Upon a Time in America.
I've never seen that.
It's got Robert De Niro, James Wood, William Forsythe.
That's big names.
I know.
Does it say what it's about?
Let's see. A former Prohibition era Jewish gang. It's all Prohibition era with Robert De Niro. The gangster movies. A Jewish gangster returns to the Lower East Side of Manhattan 35 years later. He must once again confront the ghosts and regrets of his old life.
That sounds
interesting.
Good.
Yeah, it does sound.
We're gonna have to mark some of these to watch.
I know. I watch them these classic 80s movies.
Yeah.
Number 33. Hopefully I'm going to say this right. It's Cinema Paradiso.
I haven't seen that one.
I don't know, and I don't know who's in it either. It was 1988. Salvatore, a famous film director, returns home. Anyway, 32. Don't know that one. Never seen it.
No, never heard of it.
Or if I did, I don't remember it.
No.
32 is A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984.
Yeah, we've seen that.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
I think everybody's watched that.
Yeah.
Number 31 is Beetlejuice.
Okay.
I wonder if that Nightmare on Elm Street, I haven't watched it since way back in the 80s. I wonder if it'd still be the same now. You know?
I don't know. I would watch it with you if you wanted to go through them and watch them
again.
Because, I would watch them. I'm sure I would be scared. Yeah, I would watch all those with you.
Beetlejuice was 31.
I absolutely.
1988.
I love Beetlejuice. The
Still
whole
like
story. I quote from it. I could sit down. That's one of those I could sit down and watch any day of the week. It has an awesome cast. The music is good. Everybody in that movie was terrific. I think every time we watch it, Kevin says, "Oh, I forgot Catherine O'Hara's in it." Every time. But it's a terrific movie. It's just, either you love it or you hate it. It's just one of those.
Yeah.
So.
And it's number 31 out of 50, so that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Number 30. I think you watched this one with me. It was Monty Python's The Meaning of Life.
Oh yeah, we watched.
The machine that goes bing.
Yeah, I watched that with you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite funny. That was 1983.
Okay.
Number 29 is Big with Tom Hanks. 1988.
Okay. I know. Every time that he mentions one that I love, that I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that. But I do. That's another one of those.
Yeah, Big was good.
That's another one of those that I could sit down and watch anytime. It's a wonderful, wonderful Tom Hanks movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I've played it for the grandkids because that's the fun part about having kids. Is getting to experience things and expose them for the first time to things and experience. Movies are just some of the best things ever. Besides food, it's like I love sharing TV shows or movies with them, and Big is one of those things that
It's good and clean fun too, though.
It is.
There was nothing like bad in there or anything. It was just
it's terrific, and it still is a wonderful movie, and him on the piano and just everything about it. It's a terrific movie.
It is a good movie. And I want to go back to Monty Python. The Monty Python, that's another one kind of like Mel Brooks. It's a different brand of humor, and it's British humor. So a lot of Americans don't like it or understand it.
Right.
I've always liked it.
Right.
Now I've watched it more recently as an older adult, and I don't think it's quite as funny, but some of the jokes are just so goofy that you have to laugh just because they're so goofy.
Right.
So anyway.
But Kevin and I do love British humor.
Oh yeah.
We really love British humor, and we watch a lot of British shows.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it might be beyond here. The Monty Python's the Search for the Holy Grail or whatever. That one went on a little long in the middle part. It kind of like drug on.
Right.
That's why I was saying, it's just a different kind of humor. Number 28 is This Is Spinal Tap. You have watched that one, haven't you? Did I make you watch that one? That was in 1984.
I want to say that
it had Lenny from Lenny and Squiggy.
But what was it about?
One of England's loudest bands is chronicled by a film director, whatever. It's like a documentary, but it's a fake documentary about a heavy metal band.
See, I'm thinking you told me you watched it, and I'm thinking
I could have sworn I got you to
I know,
watch it.
and I don't remember.
They're supposed to come down with this big Stonehenge statue during the concert.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be this big, huge, epic statue.
Yeah.
And it comes down. It's only about this big, and it drops behind them. They're going, "What the hell?"
I don't remember.
It's hilarious.
I do not. Oh, and listen, why he's talking about that, because it sounds as ludicrous as The Righteous Gemstones. I just watched the trailer, and I said,
or the teaser or whatever.
Once we got finished with the last, were they here first or was I? Thank you. Once we finished the last Righteous Gemstones, I said, if they come out with a new season,
so goofy.
I'm not watching it. Well, guess what? I watched the trailer for the newest one.
They still make it seem funny.
And it looks like a freaking circus, and I can't wait. I've got to watch it. I have to watch it. So, anyway.
Well, if you're interested in This Is Spinal Tap, just know it's very
remember
crude.
Seeing that.
You
that
probably
sounds
did.
Funny.
I can mention a song, but I won't.
Is it with the big butts? Is that the song?
Kind of.
Is it? What is it?
The bigger the cushion, the sweeter the pushing.
Oh.
That's what I say.
That's not
you
what
can tell
I was
I've seen
thinking.
this a couple times.
That's not what I was thinking, the song.
No.
It was something else that, there's another one that I was thinking. I don't remember. It's not that. Definitely it was. No, I wasn't expecting that one.
That's funny. Number 27. A Midsummer Night's Sex Comedy. It's a Woody Allen movie.
Oh,
Again,
there's another Woody
one.
Allen I've never seen.
You know what? I may have watched that. It's got Woody Allen and Mia Farrow.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
I think I may have watched it. It was in 1982, so it's a long time ago.
Yeah, I would have been 10.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't watch that.
Well, I would have been like 13 or something, but back at that time, anything that had the word sex in it, I probably
Okay,
was
that's
watching.
what I'm thinking. Okay, let me tell you this. Anything, so right. So when you're that young, anything.
And you had HBO.
Anything with the word sex in it, I was always thinking, oh, it's dirty.
Yeah, it's dirty.
So I went to my babysitter when I was really young, and I'm talking about like 3rd grade. When I would go to use her bathroom, I always thought it was hilarious because her husband used a cologne called Jovan Sex Appeal for men. And I always thought, oh my gosh, they're so filthy. These are just filthy people. Jovan Sex Appeal. And I don't know what I pictured because I literally did not have a clue about stuff like that. I didn't know, but it was just that 3-letter word.
Yeah, well.
That's like, oh, it's just this terrible. Even though I didn't know what it was just terrible. That's know. Yeah. So yeah.
But I may have seen that one. I just don't remember it if I did. Number 26. It seems like I've seen this one too. It's Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. It was 1988. It had Steve Martin and Michael Caine.
I remember that name, but I don't think I've ever seen it. 2
con men try to settle their rivalry by betting on who can swindle a young American heiress out of her $50,000 first.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
I may have seen it. It's been so long ago.
Yeah.
1988, if I didn't say that. Number 25 is The Evil Dead. 1981.
I'm assuming that's
like
a horror movie.
Yes, and it's got a cult following, kind of like Rocky Horror Picture Show or something.
Oh.
It's just like people, you either love it or hate it. I always thought it was kind of cheesy, but but I don't know. 5 friends. It was 1981. 5 friends travel to a cabin in the woods where they unknowingly release flesh-possessing demons. They take over your body, I guess. If I watch it, it's been so long ago that I don't remember it. I don't remember. Number 24 is Wall Street with Michael Douglas and Charlie Sheen and Daryl Hannah. 1987.
I think I've started that, but I've never finished it.
Yeah, I may have watched that once. I don't remember. I don't know. Number 23, The Elephant Man. Definitely watched that. It was 1980. I watched that on HBO.
I've never seen that.
It's literally about the Elephant Man, like his life, something like that.
I don't know anything about it.
He was the one that was deformed and disfigured his face and stuff.
I thought that was Mask with Cher.
That's just that one movie.
That's a different one. That was
kind of, I guess, a modern day take on it.
Is it the same thing?
No, it's a different. This guy is really, he was a sideshow freak and was really mistreated. And I mean, it's a real person. Mask is fake.
I know, but is it the same affliction? Is it the same?
So.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
I don't think so.
If they're calling him the elephant,
it's a heavily disfigured man who was mistreated while scraping a living as a sideshow freak.
Was he really big? Is that why he was called the Elephant Man?
I think the way his face was shaped, he kind of looked like.
Oh.
I don't remember. It's been a while, but it was a good movie though, and it's almost like they're talking about his actual life now. How cruel people were to him.
Oh, I don't know anything about it.
A nice person. Number 22 is Predator. It was in 1987. It had Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I think I've seen that once.
I've seen it a couple of times. Is that the one? No, that was like Commando or something. Get to the chopper. That wasn't it.
Predator. Didn't that take place in a jungle?
Yeah, and it was with the alien.
Okay.
That was coming
I think I've seen that.
And hunting humans.
Right.
Yeah, that's what that was. And they had another Predator, and they had a Predator versus aliens, where it was Predators versus the alien figures. You know, it kind of got silly. Number 21 is Stranger Than Paradise. It's funny how we're going up in numbers, and I don't recognize them.
Yeah, we recognize more of the lower ones. Yeah.
Stranger Than Paradise. I don't remember that one. Richard Edser Valent. I don't even know who these people are. It was made in 1984.
If I made my list would look very different of 80s movies.
Oh, here's another one. You may have seen this one. I did. Number 20 is The Unbearable Lightness of Being.
That's the name of it?
Yeah.
No, I don't know that.
1988.
Who made this list? I don't know this.
A doctor in 1968 Prague struggles with monogamy to his wife's frustration, and the Soviet invasion further disrupts their lives. No, that doesn't sound like a movie I want to put on my list.
I don't know it. No.
Here's another one. Number 19, Blood Sample. Blood Simple, sorry. Blood Simple.
Blood Sample.
Blood Simple. Well, there's a lot of horror movies in the 80s, so Blood Simple.
No, I don't know that.
No, seedy small town bar. It was in 1984.
Okay.
Number 18 is The Verdict with Paul Newman.
I don't think I've seen that, but I like Paul Newman.
Yeah, 1982.
I like Paul Newman, but I hate his pizzas.
He can't have his pizza.
He can't make a pizza to save his life.
But that one, I don't know that I ever watched that one or not either. Number 17 is Down by Law.
No.
1986.
I would have had. There's so many movies, and I would have had them.
Maybe they'll be on up.
I don't know. Like Beetlejuice, I would have had Beetlejuice much further up in the list. Yeah.
Well, think about all that. Well, like I said, they might be on here. I won't say them yet.
Okay.
Number 16 is My Left Foot.
Now that was Steve Martin.
1989. It doesn't say who was in it.
I think Steve Martin was My Left Foot, but I don't know anything. I've not seen it.
I don't think so.
You don't think that was Steve Martin?
No, that was the One Red Shoe or something like that.
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never seen My Left Foot.
No, I don't remember it either. 15 is The King of Comedy, 1982. Robert De Niro and Jerry Lewis.
Is that the name of the movie? The King of Comedy?
King of Comedy.
Oh, no, I don't know that.
14 was Das Boot, 1981. That was a German U-boat.
I have not seen that, and I wonder if I shouldn't watch that.
But it's supposed to be good.
Because I like war movies, and I'm wondering if I wouldn't like that.
Maybe. It's supposed to be really good. 13, I think I made you watch this one. Raising Arizona.
Yes.
Nicolas Cage. Holly Hunter. I forgot I had Holly Hunter.
Yes, I love Holly Hunter. I like Nicolas Cage.
1987.
Yeah. I've seen it one time.
Yeah, I made you watch it because I liked it. And I watched it again. It's kind of silly, but...
Yeah, but it's all right. It's worth one time.
Where he's still in diapers at the beginning of the movie. Number 12 is The Shining, the 1980 version of The Shining.
With...
that had Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson, yes. Absolutely worth watching.
Yeah, that's a good one. If you've never seen that original...
Is Shelley Duvall, right? Isn't that her name? Shelley Duvall?
You didn't put the people, but yeah, that's her name.
I think that's her name. And she did an awesome job.
She did.
And unfortunately, she's passed away now. But she was terrific. Jack Nicholson was terrific. It does not, I've said before, the book is
doesn't match the book at all.
No, the book is much, much different. But I think it's worth both. I think you can read the book and love it, and I think you can watch that movie and love it. It's just, don't expect one to be like the other.
No, and we've said before that they made a mini-series that was more closely related to the book.
Yes.
It was good too, though.
Yes.
Number 11, see, we're getting into more I know.
Okay.
Number 11 is The Terminator.
Oh,
1984,
yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's an all-time classic. If you haven't ever watched The Terminator, you should, because it's a good movie.
It is very good, and I had never seen that before we met, and it had been out, but I had just never watched it, and then we ended up watching it, and it is a very good movie.
The guy got a little cheesier as time went on, but I think the first two, maybe the first three were pretty decent, and then it kind of got, it's new people and all that stuff in the other ones. But that was really good. Number 10 is Aliens with Sigourney Weaver.
That's another one I had never seen until we met. It just wasn't one that
It was on your radar.
Wasn't on my radar.
It was in 1986.
Yeah, and that was good.
That was a really good movie. If you've never, Terminator, Alien, the Aliens movie, the first and the second one for that matter, was really good. Number 9 is Rain Man, 1988.
I love Rain Man.
It's a good movie.
Yes.
It's a little slow at times, but it's still pretty good.
And I'm going over the music. The music that starts up right when the movie starts. My grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking of. At the very beginning of the movie, you see these cars coming in. I love Rain Man, and Dustin Hoffman, Tom Cruise. It's a brilliant movie, and that reminds me of another brilliant one. I don't know if it was in the 80s or not. Awakenings.
Yeah, I don't know when that was, because I'd never seen that until we met. Yeah.
And I made you watch it. And if you've not seen Awakenings,
so it had to have been in the 80s.
It has Robin Williams and Robert De Niro. Yep. And it's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's
a good
absolutely
movie.
And that has the song The Time of the Season. But I mean, it's just a fantastic movie. I don't know when it came out, but it
had to have been in the 80s.
You think so?
Or the very, 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 very early 90s.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you'd already seen it before we met, so you had to have watched it before that.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Number 8 is Full Metal Jacket, another classic. 1987.
One of my favorite war movies is Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, and it's really more about the boot camp than the war.
Well, the first part of it's about the boot camp. The rest of it's the war.
Yeah. So it's one of, I think that was probably that one, and there was another one that came out about the same time that was both about half and half. It was about the boot camp at the beginning and then the war at the end. That was one of them.
Full Metal Jacket is one of those, like, you want to know what it was like in boot camp in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
I think it's terrific.
Yeah,
I can't tell you how many times I've watched that.
Blade Runner, 1982. Harrison Ford.
I don't
yeah,
know.
We watched it. I made you watch it.
What's it about?
Yeah, he was searching for androids, remember?
Remember Blade Runner and Harrison Ford?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Who would pick Harrison Ford?
It was in 1882. It was right off Star Wars and all that. So he was pretty popular back then.
Okay, because I'm thinking, why would you pick Harrison Ford for a sci-fi movie?
Yeah, well, he was in Star Wars. That's pretty sci-fi.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Blade Runner's just one of those movies you just gotta watch. It's a little weird.
Okay.
Brazil, 1985.
Never heard of it.
It's good. It's actually a decent movie.
Brazil?
It's weird. Yeah. A bureaucrat in a dystopic society, because the enemy of the state is he pursues the woman of his dreams. Basically, he becomes the enemy of the state. Brazil was...
Who is it? Does it say?
Morgan Freeman. No, that's a different one. No, you didn't say.
Oh, I didn't
You
say.
didn't put. It's nobody, I don't think is anybody we know. Not anybody well known back then, at least. Number 5 was Morgan Freeman, Driving Miss Daisy.
Oh,
that's where I saw the name.
I love that.
1989.
I've definitely seen Driving Miss Daisy.
I've at least seen it a couple of times.
Yes, Miss Daisy.
A couple of times at least.
Yeah.
So that was number 5. Number 4 was Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back.
And you know,
that makes sense.
I like those movies, but those movies aren't for everybody. Not everybody likes those science fiction movies.
I'm surprised number 3 is what it is. Okay. Number 3 was Raging Bull from 1980. It's about a boxer.
I have not seen that.
Robert De Niro.
I haven't seen it.
Huh. I think I may have. I don't know.
Did that have Susan Sarandon in it?
It just says Robert De Niro. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about that.
The next two make sense. Number 2, we're almost there. Back to the Future in 1985.
Yes, Back to the Future. Back to the Future is it was a great Michael J. Fox movie. And Leah Thompson, I think is her name. She was in it. There's an ambulance going by. And it's the one with the DeLorean, and they travel back in time, and Michael J. Fox meets his parents and gets to interact with his dad and mom. And
before they met.
Biff, was his name Biff? Yeah, those
Doc
are
Brown.
Yeah, those are wonderful movies. Yeah.
And number 1.
Okay, the number 1 movie
of the 80s.
Okay.
There's so many movies they didn't mention.
I know. I hope it's going to be something I've seen at least.
You've definitely seen it.
Okay.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first one.
Oh.
I know. 1981. It was a good movie, and it was probably a huge achievement for them in the 80s to do that movie, you know. But there's so many, like Pretty in Pink. That was an 80s movie.
16 Candles.
16 Candles.
Oh my gosh!
There were so many different.
Wasn't on there?
well, this wouldn't be a highly rated movie, but like there's all kinds of like the filthy movies like Porky's, and there was just all kinds of stuff in the 80s.
You're right. Yeah, there's tons that would have been on my list.
That's
like 16 Candles would 100% be on my list.
Some of those movies seem like they're not everybody liked the typical 80s movie though. Some of them were more highbrow than we are in the 80s, so that's when you get those other movies that we never heard of.
Oh, you think that we haven't heard of them because they're too...
They were back in the 80s. They were not movies a teenager would want to watch. That was probably more adults watching them,
right,
than teenagers watching.
Well, that list,
whereas we were teenagers in the 80s,
right, that list seemed to want to encompass all different genres,
right,
too.
Everything, yeah.
So if we did a list, ours would probably be heavy on those teen type movies.
Yeah, the teen movies, because we were teenagers.
Because we were teenagers, yeah, exactly.
What about the one with the school?
They said Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
No, the other one where it had Molly Ringwald and
that was 16 Candles. They were in school.
No, where they were put in detention in the school during the weekend.
Oh, the Breakfast
Club. I couldn't think of the name. The Breakfast Club wasn't on there. That was really good.
Yeah, see, they did miss a lot. There's so many that I would put on.
St. Elmo's Fire was one. The Goofy movies like Short Circuit was in there with the robot.
Or what about the Goonies?
The Goonies was Goonies was, and that was really popular.
What about that other one by Stephen King? Where they're on the it's the boys.
Oh, Stand By Me.
Stand By Me. Wasn't that the 80s? I think it was the 80s.
There's a truck driving on this little narrow road, a big semi.
So
you'll have to tell us if you agree with that list or not.
Tell us what you would put. What 80s movie would you put on the list? Because I'm sure that...
And did you grow up during the 80s?
Yeah.
Or do you like some of those movies now and you're younger and were not raised in the 80s, but you still like those movies?
Yeah. And was there anything on the list that's like, oh my gosh, you haven't seen that, you really, really need to see it? So, because I know there were a bunch of movies on there that we named that I especially had not seen. And if you think it's worth my time, let me know and tell me in the comments below. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Okay, this is in front of our Walmart. I don't know what happened. We were inside, and somebody ran into one of these balls. We've never seen anything like this in our life.